All right, welcome back. We're here at episode 2 of Get to Know Your IT Camp Presenters. Second episode, so we doubled up the fun. We have 2 guests joining us today. So we have Maureen and Natasha McKinnon. Welcome, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're glad to be.
Awesome. So do you want to just take a minute, introduce yourselves, talk about where you teach, what region you're from, where you're currently at too, so we're not even in the same vicinity, and yeah, we'll go with that.
Cool. I guess I'll start. Age before beauty. So I am right now living and teaching in Antigonish. I am a coach interventionist for French immersion and math and literacy from P to 8. So I do a little bit of everything.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I've totally forgotten what all else you wanted us to mention, but I think they're pretty.
No, that's good. That's perfect.
I also live and teach in the Antigonish area. This past year I was teaching at St. Andrews Consolidated, and this year I'll be moving back to a permanent position at Antigonish Education Center. And last year I taught grade 4, 5, and grade 4, 5, and 6 core French in different capacities. And this year it'll be just grade 4 and grade 4 core French.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good to hear. All right, so you're both presenting together at the IT camp. Do you want to just give us a little preview? What's your session about? What should participants expect?
Sure. So we're actually doing 3 sessions together.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So the first one is a beginner's guide for Google Apps for Education, and it's designed to give tips and tricks for people who maybe have like absolutely no idea how to use any of them. Either in the classroom or if we do end up doing some online learning. And we're just going to go over some of the very basic features. We want to provide a walkthrough. I still know some teachers are contacting me now saying, Maureen, do you think you could help me set up my Google Classroom this summer? And we're actually going to do that right in the session. We're going to walk through how to set up a classroom and just the very basics for Google Meet, talk about things we did this year, what maybe we would have liked to have done if we would have known it would have worked better that way, talk about some new features, and then we're also going to, in the slide deck, provide some little 5-minute videos showcasing some of our favorite tips and tricks for things like Google Slides, Google Docs, and all of the other apps that we don't have time to cover in the session.
Perfect. So so is that you doing that one 3 times, or is it there?
No, that's session number 1. I'll let
we'll
talk about the next one, and then we'll talk about the last.
All right.
We'll do them in order of when they're offered. So.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Excellent. So we're also doing a session on math. So basically, it's using different forms of technology, both old and new, in small group math instruction. Kind of looking at things from guided math to how you can use some activities that we use in math intervention to help in the classroom setting. So we'll be talking about, again, like Maureen was mentioning with GAF, that we'll be looking at things that have worked really, really well for us in the classroom and how those things can translate easily into an online model. So we're really looking forward to that. And those are being offered we're doing 1 session in English and 1 session in French.
Oh, very good. Because I know there's not often many French sessions, so it's good that you're offering that. That's great.
On that note, our third session is only in French, and it is about coding across the curriculum, and it's delivered in French. Alors, c'est le codage transversal en élémentaire. So it's specifically for elementary school P to 6. And we're going to go over a couple of coding tools that we have used in class that we really liked. But then we're also going to talk about some online models, just in case you don't have access to robots in your classroom, or in case you don't have a classroom in person and you want to do some coding as part of a choice board or a learning activity. So we've kind of gone through a couple options for both scenarios, and just to get people interested in using coding anywhere from P to 6 and any of the classrooms, because like I said, this past year I was teaching core French and in English, and I've taught everything from primary to 6. Natasha has taught all the way up to grade 12. So yeah, we're focusing on elementary, but we're going to show you ways that you can use really engaging coding activities with students for no matter what you're teaching.
Awesome. So 3 great sessions. got French and English mixed in there, so that's always good. So I know besides the sessions that you're presenting, this is not your first time around at the IT camp. So this is our first virtual one we're doing, but you've both been there to the in-person sessions in the past. Keep coming back. So what is it about the IT camp that you enjoy that makes you come back kind of year after year?
For me, it's the fantastic relationships and the conversations and the learning that happens between teachers. Everybody that's there is a teacher, and for the longest time I've been pushing it as a teacher camp because it kind of has all of the great growth that you would get at a kind of children's summer camp, but it's for teachers. It's done by teachers for teachers, and those things, those relationships, that relationship building piece for me, I think, is what really brings me back year after year after year.
Awesome.
And I feel basically the same. Like, relationships are big for me. Like, I've made so many, I'm going to say, Twitter friends from attending the sessions. I've gone the last 3 years in person, and I've met so many people and just come across so many ideas like I never would have ever thought of using in my classroom. And sometimes too, it's things that I'm like, I'm pretty good at figuring out tech things, but sometimes you're just a little, there's so much on your plate already. You might be a little bit apprehensive during the school year to pick up a new thing. And when you go to these sessions, you know, the people are really passionate about what they're presenting about. They know how to do it, and they've used it in their classrooms, and they show you how to do it. And for me, I'm a very hands-on visual learner. And so for me, it's a very good way for me to learn these things. And then I go and I share them back at my schools, and my students, I'm going to say, love the stuff that I'm bringing back because I am slowly, as it says in our bios, building a robot army, and the kids are loving having ways to use that in all of their assignments.
That's awesome. Well, I agree with both of you. It's the relationships. I love just connecting with people, especially like yourselves, who I would never see in person any other time, really. And we get a chance to connect and have those informal chats and things like that. So on that note, IT Camp is next week, less than a week away. And we're going to end things off on a little bit of fun. So we're going to try this a little differently. So when I did the first episode, I kind of just fired off questions to my guests and they responded. We're going to do the same thing, and you can just both shout out your answers. Well, you don't have to shout, but just say your answers. And we'll see how many, we'll see how many we can get through in a minute. All right. So just like Family Feud, the timer will start after I read the first question. All right. That's right. Let's do this. All right. Which do you prefer, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Sorry, was there another option?
No. What's your favorite dessert?
Anything chocolate.
Sorry, is there anything beyond just dessert? Just dessert.
Maybe I was asked what your favorite dessert was.
What? Yes? Did you mention something about dessert? Yes, please.
Okay. Maybe we're cutting out audio here. Where did you do your BEd?
St. X.
Same.
Okay. Have you ever traveled outside of North America?
Yes.
Yes.
I lived and taught in Japan.
Oh, nice. What's your guilty pleasure?
Dessert.
Yeah, it's like also just dessert.
Do you remember the name of your grade primary teacher?
Miss
Madame
McLean.
de Coast.
Ah. Are you usually late, early, or on time?
Just on time.
Just on time.
And it's taken a long time to get to that from being very late.
All the bonds in my house are set 10 minutes early.
All right, my timer's going off. We got as many as we could in there. It's great you were able to respond to some of those and get to know you a little bit more. So Maureen, Natasha, as you heard, are presenting 3 sessions at the IT camp. Are they spread out over the 3 days? When are they on?
Yep, they are.
Yeah, the first session is first thing on Wednesday morning, and then I have to whip back to my master's class, and then we'll be right back in the afternoon, and then we have another one Thursday in the afternoon slot, and then first thing on Friday morning as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, enjoy your time at the IT camp. We'll see what this online one's like, and hopefully we'll connect at some point next week.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for doing this. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to stop recording.